Minute silent. Just thank the man above. And I want to say something to all our viewers on YouTube, on Instagram.
I want to shout out to Mel.
Shout out to Mel. And I want to shout out to Mr. Codas. I want to shout out to Glenn. Shout out to my big boy, Chris, Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to a lot of people. Love y'all. We up in here. You know, we've been so busy. I'm out here looking for a spot, trying to find a spot. So
Man, you had that you had your infection.
Yeah, I had infections, and yeah, I think I'll see the doctor Monday because the swelling is going down. Well, what's going on, Cap?
Well, I don't know if the whole title came on. Well, if you want to jump into what I wanted to talk about.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah,
you're blacker than Kamala Harris. You're blacker than Beezy.
Well, you know, we can only put 50 words in the or 50 characters in the title, but the title's supposed to be Captain is Blacker Than Kamala Harris.
Instagram, what's up? Where y'all at?
Oh, someone got their passport. Drum.
Already. Pull up on me. Finger. Hey,
go ahead.
I am going to upload some new pictures on Patreon tonight.
Okay, new stuff on Patreon. Patreon link is below.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead.
Well, I mean, first off, this all came from, you know, we watched a debate, or at least some of it. I watched some of it. You watch it, and then
I did watch it.
I watched some of the interview afterwards. You know, he did an interview on ABC to take back some of the stuff he messed up on. We're talking about Biden here.
This guy is a complete mess.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is, we've been telling people that he was lost his brain for years.
He's a senile, right?
Yeah, but the media hides it. They've been hiding him for 3-4 years. He wasn't too smart to begin with.
Well, they can't hide nothing people can't see. We all can see that.
Yeah, but they hide that stuff. There's lots of normal people. They didn't know that he was an airhead. They thought, because they hide it from you. They try to, they shuffle him off from interviews. They cut him early. You know, they do things to hide. But I knew he was senile because my grandmother was senile, and he has the same look in his face that my grandmother did. We got Drum saying needs a good place to stay for recommendations. Are we recommending New Garden? Is that what
is it by itself? Is it by itself? You by yourself?
Yeah, it's a good question. Are you by yourself, man, or you come with people? He doesn't know. The money system is easy. I'd come down here with cash, and I just go to Caribe Tours. That's the easy, or Caribe Express. That's the easiest way, and they give you a pretty good rate. If you're really good at talking to people on the street, you can get a pretty good rate on the street. But
yeah, you can get it's a lot of good places around here, especially around here by the bank where we at right now.
Yeah. I've never been to that place. It's next door, but they talk about it all the time.
It's just like Western Union and Caribe Express. A few places are.
There's lots of places that want to take your money right now. What, $58.50 is probably a good rate.
And while you talking about that, we does want to tell people that's traveling here that always trying to have pesos. It's good for me to give me dollars, but always trying to use pesos, because in business you go in, you're not going to get the exchange rate.
Yeah, pay in pesos.
Pesos.
Earn dollars, bring dollars, spend pesos.
Yeah. Well, to a lot of American guys that come, they feel like they're comfortable using dollars because they don't understand pesos. But it's so easy, because if you're doing the right exchange rate, you're losing at least what you call 30, 40 pesos of each $10.
Yeah.
You know, you because people are gonna take your $10 for 500 pesos. No matter where you go.
Yeah.
If you just gonna change, if you changing $100, they're gonna give you the exchange rate.
Shout out to Mo, by the way. You tell me what?
Mo, how you doing, bro? Didn't I tell you I was shout out to the boatman?
Oh, okay.
Wally.
Yeah. Shout out Wally.
Yeah, then I tell you I was on my way to Paulo Plata. I had we bought 3 hamburgers with no fries or nothing.
Was this where? McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Okay.
It came up to 1,000 some pesos.
Yeah.
Right, with 1,000 pesos. It was 800 something pesos.
Okay. So
But
that's
I
like
had
$15.
Yeah, I had nothing but $100 US,
Uh-huh.
and I give it to them.
Yes.
Bro, you know they give me 4,000 pesos.
Okay. So they made you spend pesos like it was dollars. They
Yes.
doubled the price.
Yo, bro, I was so pissed off.
Yeah. They'll
Like,
take
they just got-
advantage of
yeah,
you about
They
that.
just got like 2,000 some pesos off me. I'm like, oh man. So yeah, make sure you guys before you go into a business,
I got another
you
one
have
that
some exchange.
I messed up on. So if you use a credit card down here, a lot of times it'll ask you, do you want to spend pesos or dollars? Always put pesos. And I'll give you an example. And I knew that, but the ATM there, they got a new ATM and they changed the layout. I was used to just pushing every button because I've done it a couple of times, so I don't even read it anymore. I just push because I know what to push. Well, they changed the ATM and they changed the wording of things, and I accidentally pushed dollars instead of pesos, and they give you a different exchange rate. So I spent $50 more than $50. They charged $50.
So they paid you. Did they pay you in dollar?
They paid me in pesos, but they billed. So what happens if you put pesos, your bank will do the exchange, which my bank does a pretty good job, and I think most banks will.
If you put dollars, they do the exchange.
Yes, they do the
Wow.
exchange, and of course, and they, like I said, they charged me $50, which makes me think. I bet half the people, maybe more than half the people, choose dollars.
Which one of those banks does sort of like the cheapest bank? It's like that charge you less when you're pulling out money at the ATM.
I think the cheapest is Banco Santa Cruz, but it's not.
Isn't it Popular? How much they charge you at Santa Cruz?
Popular, they all charge around 250, 300 pesos. The reason why I like Popular is because you can take the most out. You can take out 20,000 pesos at Popular. And now you can only do like 10,000 pesos at Santa Cruz, or what's the other one? Across the street from Santa Cruz. And so what happens is Banco Reservoir. What happens is when you're doing that exchange, they charge you 300 pesos whether you take out 1,000 pesos or 10,000 pesos. So if you can afford to, you want to take out as much as you can, because it's as a percent they're going to charge you less.
Okay.
And so that's why I go to Banco Popular, is because they allow you to take out. First off, I try not to take out any money out of the bank, but if I do, I wait until I can take out the most, because the percent they charge you is going to be less. And make sure you do the transaction in pesos, because at least Banco Popular, imagine if half those transactions they're pushing dollars. That means they're making the 300 pesos on top of that. Yeah. So they made $56 on me when they changed that.
American guys will easily make that mistake because they don't understand Spanish.
Which makes me think I'm going to go back to what I said. I said this before I realized that the most popular business per square foot in all of Sosua are those Banco Popular ATMs.
Yeah.
It's the most popular business here.
Yeah. The most popular.
And makes it so profitable that I'm thinking I'd love to imagine a time where like I had an ATM in Sosua. That's the business you need to open up.
Yeah, it's so hard to get an ATM machine.
Yeah, I'm sure there's all sorts of legalities and stuff.
I had some of my friends in Atlanta. King, shout out to King. They that's what they do.
Yeah.
And they was trying to get me an ATM on the beach. When they contact the bank, well, they say the ATM where the ATM that they had in the state wouldn't work here because it has to be in pesos. So
yes, yeah.
And they asked them for so much stuff to trying to get an ATM, and it would have been so good to have an ATM at the business side,
Yeah.
But I am gonna try to get an ATM if I can open that.
Oh, it would be good. Yeah, I'd love to have an ATM.
I'm gonna have you online trying to get this.
Well, I think the problem is, and it's the same thing with accepting credit cards. I don't accept credit cards here. I'd love to accept credit cards, but you got to have a cedula, and that's the catch. And I'm sure you have to have a cedula to get an ATM. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. they make it. They make certain stuff so hard, especially with the bank system.
Yeah.
And getting certain stuff done.
Yeah.
They make it so hard, like for foreigners. But
or for Dominicans, it's not easy for Dominicans either.
Yeah, but to go back to the dollar stuff and exchange.
Yeah.
Always knows that if you go and give out, always look at the $10 as 500 pesos.
Yeah.
And once you knows that, you already know that the 1,000 will be,
$20.
$20.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I had to say something about Santo Domingo.
Okay.
I lived in Santo Domingo for about 2 times.
Yes.
2 times.
Uh-huh.
Santo Domingo is really, really very, very violent. It's a lot of thieves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a huge city. So
it's a lot of thieves. It's a big city. It's nice. A lot of guys might go over there for the girls, depending on the area. You safe.
Yeah.
But do not look at Santo Domingo like, oh, it's cool. It's this. And you can't trust every girl in Santo Domingo, depending on where you're staying at. Always make sure that wherever you go, whether you see it in Susua, whether it's in Boca Chica, anywhere, in Punta Cana, always make sure all your stuff are safe.
Mm-hmm.
Because the girls that you're gonna bring into to your house, or where you stay at, you don't really know them like that, you know, unless you've been around them for a year, 2, 3 years.
Even if you've been around them a couple years.
Exactly, you've been. So y'all really gotta be careful, because I find a lot of my guys out they like Santo Domingo.
Yeah,
because in Santo Domingo you can meet like regular girls that's not, with the world crap that's going on here,
not on the streets
and all that, and also cheaper too. Right? They have a better time. So it's cool, but I seen a lot in Santo Domingo. I don't like Santo Domingo because to me it's too much of a big city. I don't like big cities. It's too wild. And they pulling out on you on the street with knife and machetes to rob you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can be rough. It's the biggest city in the Caribbean.
They're gonna get you.
I think. I'm pretty
Santo
sure it is.
Domingo is way worse than Santiago.
Yeah.
But Santiago also got a little bull crap going on, depending on the area that you live in.
Yeah.
Y'all be careful, guys that love going to Santo Domingo for the females or whatever, social church. Be careful, because it's not easy. And then on top of that, I went to Boca Chica.
Yeah.
Me and 2 of my friends. When we got there, bro, it's like, come on, bro. I'm not ever going anywhere else but to stay in Susua. Like Boca Chica, the beach might be nice. They might have some nice hotel, but as far as the female, man, ain't no females in Boca Chica, man. Cause I went over there, Cap.
Yeah.
Like the girls that I was seeing for the day that I was there, cause we was gonna stay there for 3 days.
Yeah.
When we got there, and my boy was like, God damn, why we even come over here and left Susua?
Yeah.
I said, hey, man, y'all wanted to come over here because I didn't want to come all the way over here anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like all the girls there was on dope. On the main script.
Yeah.
Like, you see how they got Pedro Cosante, they got a little main script with all the restaurant and chairs outside.
Yeah.
You never been there?
No, I've never been there.
Yeah, but it's...
I mean, I've been to Santo Domingo, but not
the area.
Not Boca Chica.
The area is nice, and, it's nice and all, but it's nothing like here.
Yeah.
It's nothing like here,
Okay, we got a question on the chat I'm going to address. Also, Drum, come and talk to Finger about that. You guys, and he wants to know if you carry jerk chicken. You make
yeah. Come down there. Come to the spot.
Let's see. We got, trying to read here. Is that Jan R? He wants to know, and I'm about how much African heritage I have. First off, I'm taking a very controversial position here.
I like that. Go ahead.
Yeah. We like some controversy here.
Yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah, and there's a couple of things that I'm going to talk about. Well, first off, some of you younger kids, I might hurt your feelings because first off, I grew up in the 90s. So like the world was different. I try to explain to my kids
I
sometimes.
grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, how the world was so different than what it is now. Like we had a smoking section in our high school, which is hard to believe nowadays. But anyways, like I still use the words black and white, which that's not been used anymore. But when I say someone is black, I'm talking about a black American, which is a totally different than anywhere in the world. There's nothing like an African American, and I think a better description would be what's called ADOS, which is American descendants of slaves. Okay, and what I'm accusing Kamala Harris here of being a shapeshifter. They are using her to co-opt a group of people, which is the black American voter, to get them to vote a certain way. And she's, go ahead.
Not to cut you off, I just want to say so. Same thing. This is the reason why I don't like BZ.
Yeah.
When I say BZ, it's mean
Barack Obama.
Yeah, I don't like Barack because I feel like
it's a similar story.
A similar story because I feel like Barack never done enough. Not only that, he had a good mouthpiece to talk everybody to sleep. So to me, in these 8 years in power, all he ever did was talk us to sleep.
Yeah.
Until this day, even though, come on, let's leave into reality now.
Mm-hmm.
We grown kid, we could see stuff.
Yeah.
Like my mother said, well, you could cross the road by yourself now.
Yeah.
I mean, are you serious, BZ? After 8 years being a so-called first black president, because I don't see it like that. And me, I feel like a black president would be my color.
Yeah.
And not a mixed race or a mixed breed.
Or might try to do things like reparations and stuff when they control Congress.
So all I seen was like, okay, you talk us to sleep for 8 years. You get nothing done. You did nothing for the black community, whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? That's just the truth. And I remember during the election with Trump and Biden.
Yes.
Which is what
2020.
Yeah. When Ice Cube came out and say, "Hey, what are you gonna do?"
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna actually do?
Because I feel like when he said that was the perfect word to say. That was the best thing to say. The Democrat used us every time they need us to vote, but they has never passed a bill for black people.
Yeah.
Just like look at George Floyd. They had a riot in America.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it lasts a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple months.
Yeah, a couple months. All that. And what happened? Nothing. But they quickly passed a bill for the Asian, and nothing was done for the black
right,
American
they did.
in America.
They plaque that. They passed that Asian
You understand
bill.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, okay, right now it's not about a Democrat and Republican. It's what you gonna do. You're gonna sign this.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm on the same thing I ask you about. Don't call us for our vote when you need us.
Yeah.
And then you leave us in a dump of shit.
Yeah, don't convene every 4 years.
Yeah, every 4 years you come and use us, talk us to sleep, all that good talk during your election. When you got in there, you nothing for us, okay?
Yeah.
So I agree that you more black than Obama, you more black than Kamala Harris, because when I was joining up, you came through for me.
Yeah.
They didn't come through for black people.
Yeah.
I don't know how many other black people, many other people you done help.
Yeah.
But you didn't talk me to sleep.
Well, it's not even that. I think it's also more of let's look at what Kamala Harris has done, her and her family. For one, first off, from what I understand, she wasn't even raised in the United States. She was raised in Canada. I've never put anyone, black or white, in jail for marijuana possession. And I believe Kamala Harris has put, 2,000 people? We know she's put 2,000 people in the prison system for marijuana possession in California.
If I can remember, they were saying that after they served their time, they wouldn't let them out. Some kind of stuff that they were doing, I can't really remember, so I don't want to say anything that's not right. But yeah, I heard some stuff like that. When they asked her if she smoked marijuana, she laughed.
Oh, yeah. Well, and also then later she talked about smoking marijuana while she was in college listening to Biggie, but Biggie came out like 4 years after she was in college. So he asked me if I was blacker than Curry. Probably not. I'm not. First off, I am like, if we're actually talking DNA here and I got my DNA tested, it was probably about 2% would be my guess. But really also I'm talking about a cultural thing here. You know, and I'm not even necessarily saying I'm that black. I'm just saying I'm blacker than Kamala Harris is what I'm saying, because Kamala Harris, by my definition, which is essentially the ADOS definition of being black in America, Kamala Harris, not only is she not black, she's put black men in jail. And let's go back, and I'm not necessarily going to attack a person for the crimes of their family, but let's remember Kamala Harris's mother is Indian and her father is Jamaican, and there's actually a city in Jamaica, a town in Jamaica named Harris, which is comes from descendants of people that her family enslaved. Well, I know for a fact my family never owned slaves. For one, they weren't too poor to even buy them because my family's all from Eastern Kentucky. My dad was born in a log cabin with a dirt floor. So, I mean, my family comes from pretty meager backgrounds. But Kamala Harris is used as a tool to co-opt groups, and that group is the American black man and woman. Go ahead.
Even it's because it go back far from what you're saying.
Yeah.
Even during colonization time, during the slavery, they used this kind of people to slave us.
Yeah.
To sold us to them. So it's like them same kind of people, man. Them house. What you call them?
We mean you talking about a house nigger?
Yeah, them house. That's what they call. That's what they is.
Yeah.
You know, they here to trade us. They here to talk us to sleep, to buy into the shit. And okay, they black, but you black, you have never done that. And look, I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Yeah.
Here's how I was feeling about Obama. I loved it Obama so much and made me hate Obama so much.
Yeah.
Don't even want to know anything about him. I feel like he's the worst one.
Yes.
Because I feel like Obama had his duty to make something, to leave something, has a stake for Black America.
He could have. They controlled Congress for 6 years while he was president.
He has. To me, like, yo, dude, you worth nothing. You nothing. You being saying the first black president of the United States is a fucking bullshit, a lie. Because you did nothing. If you was gonna be assassinated, bro, you were supposed to be assassinated for millions of Americans that have been suffering for years and that have not have the weight. And we need to quit, like, us black people, because I look at every black man. I don't care where you from, because I'm Haitian, so I'm 1,000% black, like 1,000% black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look at every black man as my brother, and I think we need another black man, and it has in the presidency of the United States. And I also think we need a third party. To me,
oh yeah, we totally need that.
I also think we need not a neutral party. We need a third party. We need a black party. Now we could have we could have Republican, we could have Democrat, but we need our own party. If we need to fight for anything, we need to fight to put ourselves in power where we could run, where we could have not just 2 presidents, we could have 3 presidents running in elections.
Yeah, we should. We should have 5. And also, I'm going to rewind to the chat.
I think 5 is too much.
I'm going to address 2 things in the chat. One, AMG, there is, it is available. You can hit finger up on WhatsApp. If you don't have it, I'll put it in the chat sometime.
Yeah.
And, yes, it's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that Kamala Harris's ancestors actually owned slaves, and this is documentable. You can go on the internet and research it yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. And and I'm not necessarily blaming her for her actions of her relatives, but this is all, hey, she's using the color of her skin to be elected. And so if you got to take all of that in together. And the truth of the matter is Kamala Harris, Jamaican ancestry, which is her only ancestry that is black, which are African, because remember.
And the bad thing is, you really only seeing these people when they want to get elected.
Yes.
You know, and after they get elected, they tell you all that. Listen, we don't need all this talking, all this sweet talking anymore. What you gonna do? What you about to do? You need to sign this.
Yeah.
You need to sign this. This is the first thing that you will do for our community when you get in power. You
Yeah.
need to sign this. You don't just talk us to sleep. Just say word out of your mouth. Then just word.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear word anymore. What are you gonna do for Black America?
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be. Because look, the better Black America get, the better Haitian will be in Haiti. The better the Jamaican will be in Jamaica. The better the Bahamian will be in Bahamas. The better every Black country will be, because the truth is, what a lot of people, what a lot of Black people in different countries around the world don't understand. Black America, all the wealthiest Black in the world.
Possibly the Nigerians
Listen,
are pretty.
The Nigerian, they have some oil, they might have some money,
Yeah.
but they're still
But I get what you're saying.
they're still corrupted. Half of the people still poor. But in America, you find great Black billionaires. You
Yes.
find great Black millionaires. So
Yeah.
and you find wealthy Black men, even though they're not millionaires, you find wealthy Black females.
Yeah. Well, they're the
Well,
rising tide that raises
very
the boat.
well educated, that could see way farther than people that's living on the island, and then some people that's living in Africa. You got people on the island, bro, that's still drinking water out the river. You got people in Africa that have no lights, that don't see a television. So of course, Black America, all the wealthy Black, they're like the most adventurous Black in the world.
Yeah. Yes. At least in the top 3.
So it's like, to me, right now, it's time for y'all to see, listen, enough is enough. We need to have a third party, which is our own party in the United States of America.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we almost had that in the 90s. You remember Ross Perot? He got like 19% of he might have won if he didn't. So the story on Ross Perot, and this is just rumor for people that are too young, Ross Perot was this very funny, and I mean that in a good way, kind of. He was this funny looking dude, and kind of a funny dude. He was a very nerdy dude who said some funny stuff, and he was actually right. And he was running for president and was probably going to win. And the rumor is some powerful people got to him and threatened to air some dirty laundry about his daughter. And so he backed out of the race, and then he went back in the race. But because of that backing out and gunning, going back in, he kind of lost momentum, and he ended up only getting 19% of the vote, which is the most we've ever had in a third party.
What I'm saying is, during election time for the Senate, whatever, for the presidency, what I'm saying is, we have enough of that civil rights stuff, enough of that racism bull crap. This shit ain't going nowhere. This is the 21st century. This is not the time to be fighting over this stuff. We fight over this stuff for years. Of course, we got rid of a lot of stuff, but now we need to step our foot in. We need to have 3 senators on a different state. We need to have 3 governors running.
Yeah.
In every state.
Yeah, there needs more
that
choices.
That way we'll, we establish some stuff for our community. But if it will never be done like that, you only have 1 Black senators or 2 Black senators, or with somebody in the Senate or on the Supreme Court, you have 1, and of course, majority wins.
Yeah. Well, when you have only 2
Majority
choices, it's easier for people to manipulate,
of course,
who wins. And that's why a third party, and like the founding fathers of the United States, they talked about how we shouldn't have a 2-party system. They specifically talked about what we have now. And, it's very interesting that 200 years ago, they warned us about it. And here we are with, the exact problems.
Because what I'm basically saying is, it has nothing to do with colorism, and
that's all colors.
No racism in it. So what I'm basically saying is, if we have enough power, if we have in 51 states, if we could have 20 senators in different states.
Yeah. I'm going to put your number in the chat. I'm also going to point out that
Hey, what's up?
I never, unlike Kamala, I never got into power by being Montel's side chick. Which you can look that up if you want to. Okay, I'm gonna try to put this in here. Oh crud, I can't. I don't know why I'm not finding it. Anyways, I hope people understand what the point I'm trying to make is that Kamala, she's blackwashing. They are blackwashing and I don't know. She's just fake. She's all fake. Here's Finger's number I'm putting in the chat. I'll
My bad, Joe. I had to take a call.
yeah, Harris scares you with the cat. Yeah, Harris is she's funny. I mean, she's just a funny. Well, the thing about it, Harris is a classic example of two-party politics. She has gotten into a position of power because we have a two-party political system, and both of her elections in California has what's called, I think it's called a jungle primary. I could be wrong on that, but in California, in the general, two people from the same party can win and go on. So, for example, most states, you have a Republican running and a Democrat running. Very commonly in California, you'll have two Democrats running because it's just the two highest vote getters move on to the general. So, for example, Kamala Harris's, I want to say her first election was either a special election or she was appointed. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. Maybe if someone in the chat can correct me. But the second election she had, she ran against a guy named, he was a Spanish sounding guy, and he was really, really left wing. So your choice was either being super left wing or Kamala Harris. And so Kamala Harris, because she's, not super left wing, she got what few Republican voters were in that state, plus enough of the Democratic voters. And so she won, and she only won with like 48% of the vote. She didn't even have a majority. She's not well liked in California, but because of the two-party system, she has been put in the position that she's at. California's going to get another one like that. The pencil neck guy that Trump calls out is going to get elected.
And I do really think that the way the politic is in the United States right now, which they've been trying to correct other countries and do all kind of mess to justify they coups and assassination stuff like that, it's a big turnaround because I'm looking at the U.S. politics. It's more like a third world country politics. It's like Haiti because right now, what do? You attack politicians. They attacking. They doing. It's like Haiti, man. The only thing they're not using right now is putting guns on the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, no, they did that. Remember,
they prosecuting, they sending, they locking you up.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
the CIA or FBI put guns on the street.
Yeah, that's the same.
And a shout out from T Baby. T Baby says hi. Apparently,
shout out to T Baby, and that's exactly what they're doing. A guy,
and shout out to you, Courtney.
It's crazy. It's the U.S. politics right now become the Kenyan politics, the Haitian politics, the Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is better than the U.S.
Yeah, that's crazy. That Burkina Faso, you can make an argument that
Ibrahim Traore is a great leader, and I salute him.
Yeah. No, he's doing a good job. We're a fan of Burkina Faso.
What the U.S. need to do now is to let countries like Haiti, they call shithole, which is if it's nothing there, you calling it a shithole.
Yeah,
allow them people to take their own destiny on their own hands. Allow them to work in their own country. Quit stepping your foot in your mouth and in our politics,
Yeah.
And So y'all already doing bad back home, but y'all also corrupt in another country too. So
well, that's the other thing. When other countries do bad, they stay within our border. The United States, when they do bad, it bleeds out everywhere. But Yeah, so I just my general point is that Kamala Harris is not ADOS, which is Captain's definition of being black in America, and they're trying to co-opt a group of people in the United States, which is like 11% of the population. It's one of the biggest voting blocks in the United States. So it's real important. That's the other thing is Black Americans, man, your vote is very powerful, and it's being taken for granted by a lot of people. And if they understood how powerful they were, and listen, when you got something like that, you're only powerful when you negotiate. Like when you're at your job, if you don't say nothing to get a raise, you're never going to get a raise. They're going to take you for granted. The same thing is true in politics. They'll just take you for granted.
Not to cut you off,
yeah,
but we doing a podcast, we in and out and different stuff. So
yeah,
and I also want to put this out there.
Yeah,
we need to start traveling more, especially the older guys, the older females, black men that travel, that see the world. Y'all need to start teaching the youngsters to travel and also start investing in third world country and in third world country and cheap labor. Because
Yep.
what I have been seeing, if you go to Haiti right now,
yes,
all the Haitian poor, but everybody that has money in Haiti are white.
hmm
And most of them are Canadians or Americans or this and that. And they own a lot of property. They own a lot of wealth and long generation wealth.
I'm going to
Those-
rewind on that. They're only white by Haitian standards. By my standard, most of them are like Lebanese and other stuff. But anyways, I'm just picking you apart on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, no, you have a lot of Canadian, you have a lot of French, you have a lot of American all over Haiti.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
And they own a lot of property.
Yes.
And they stay there, and their money go a long way, and they create long generation wealth. And
Yeah.
you know how they do it? That's the stuff that Black America don't do, because they stand on a microphone, they stand in CNN and NBC,
Yeah.
they scaring them away. The same person that's on the mic telling you don't go there. But how you telling us
Yeah.
not to go there, not to come, but you stand there with your microphone giving us the
Yeah.
news?
No, that's what they're
And-
doing. They're
and-
scaring
and-
you and doing
and
it when you run
They
away.
scare you, you run away, and they bought everything, and then you bring your money to them.
Yeah. No, yes.
And they create long generation wealth, and you never own properties, you never own big businesses, because you never knew to spend $10,000 to own a lot of land, to spend $20,000 to own a lot of land that's gonna worth a lot of money in 10, 15 years.
Yeah. No,
They keep you away from that. So we need to start looking at this kind of stuff and say, you know what? Why they saying Haiti is not? Why they saying Haiti is bad? Why they saying Jamaica is bad? What's that?
I think we're losing power a little bit. We might cut out here because
Are we
we'll see.
still in?
We're still on, but
Okay.
that's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign. Okay. Guys.
Are we sitting on a remote? Where's the remote?
I don't know.
We might be sitting on. No.
I'm not. We're not sitting on a remote.
Okay, hold on.
Why it's like that?
We're either losing power or
All right, but anyway,
yeah.
since we still on,
I think you're sitting on the remote personally.
it's right there.
Oh,
So
I don't know what's wrong.
what I'm saying is, we could have owned a lot of nice piece of land on a beach, mountain views, ocean views, for cheap money. Even
Yeah.
though you don't have to buy nothing on, build nothing on it, but you has it.
Yeah.
And in due time, this piece of land are gonna worth something. This is just my advice to Black America.
Yeah.
Because-
Shout out to E, by
because-
the way.
Shout out to E, because there's a lot of Black American. Same thing you did.
Yeah.
Same thing you did. Can you say what you did?
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
So I can actually talk about it now.
You said, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. 'Cause
Okay,
Go ahead.
so I now have a title on the beach, which is something that a lot of people here said it couldn't be done. I had a lot of people telling me not to do things, and I didn't listen to them, and I went ahead anyways. And I now have gotten some titles on some properties here in the Dominican Republic. So I'm a titled property owner and some really nice properties actually. And there were people who tried to scare me. And see, that's the thing. And I'm we have people come down here all the time. And they're like, oh, you know, they told me not to come here because I was afraid of this and afraid of that.
Yeah.
Listen, if people are trying to scare you into things, you got to be skeptical about that. If you know them, they probably have your best interest. But if someone you don't know that's in a position above you is telling you not to do something, be very skeptical of that, because it's a good chance they're just trying to distract you so that they can do it.
To me, the best investment you can make is when nobody wants.
Yeah.
You buy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you make money.
That's the best investment you could. If nobody wants, you buy, because nobody wants. It's cheap. Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna buy it and just sit it there.
And shout out to Mel. Mel's in the chat.
Oh, shout out to Mel. What's going on?
Yeah.
Mel is gonna be here
Good.
pretty soon.
Good. Yeah. I'm still working on some things, and I don't have some things finalized, but I'm actually working on some really big things that I've been working on for almost a year now, and they've gone very well. And I'm in a really good position right now.
We need to talk to Mel about our Center Block Factory.
Yeah, when you come down here, Mel, we'll talk to you about it.
Yeah, Mel, we need to sit down.
We need Mel on the show.
Yeah, well,
Mel
is gonna be on the show, but we planning to have a pool party.
Okay. Okay. So, anyways, I'll keep people updated on it. I should have no more in a couple of months. There's a few more legal things I've got to get signed and stuff. But as of right now, I'm legally titled. I can sell that property now.
But what I really want you to say, I'm glad you talk about getting a title, because we've been going at this thing.
Yeah.
You was in the States when I found out you could get a title, and I called you.
Yes.
I said, hey, I got news for you.
Yeah, yeah.
And you was happy.
Yes.
And you got it done. I'm happy for you. And I believe you're the only one.
Mel's going to be here tomorrow.
Hey, I know you did told me. Yes, you did told me, Mel. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, what I really wanted you to say, because you talk about, and you also said you could get a permit to go 4 stores.
Well, yeah, that's supposed. I don't know that yet.
Yeah, you can. Let's not talk about it right now.
Yeah,
because
I'm still working on that.
All building could, I believe, all building can only go 4 stores. You say.
Yeah.
So hey, but what I really want you to say, I don't want you to talk about your whole financial situation or your incomes.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just want you to give people on the podcast that's watching us right now on Instagram, on every one of the social media platforms that we own.
Yeah.
What was your idea when you came? Because I remember you was telling me, hey, I figure the money that I had in the United States wasn't nothing.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't have enough money to make moves in the United States because I'm not rich. I mean, I'd saved up some money, but I could not do what I'm doing here. I couldn't do in the United States because things just cost more.
And you end up doing well.
Yeah, hopefully it looks like things are going really well. So, yeah. But it's because I wake up every day and I try to move the football farther down the field. And if you do that, and you got to don't let people scare you, because they, people want to scare you so you don't do it.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah. I had a lot of people try to scare me.
Anyway, Finger is looking for some support.
Yeah, E says keep them posted on investments.
Oh yeah, E, most definitely, brother. I'm gonna keep you posted. But Finger is definitely looking for some help. Finger is one of the biggest names here in Sosua. I don't want to brag about it. What we just said.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
is it bragging when it's true?
And of course, I feel like we need new adventure, because I feel like it's missing some spot here. And
shout out to DJ Teo.
DJ Teo, how you doing, brother? And I believe Finger could do pretty well on Pedro Crescente with a bigger and nicer spot.
Yeah.
So we all taking some investors. We can sit down. We're gonna create a WhatsApp group chat.
Oh yeah.
And then we all could get on a meeting and see how we get this done. But we soon will have a business plan done, and we'll probably be able to share that with all you guys, and you guys will take a look at it yourself.
A legitimate business plan made. Yeah.
So, well, it was a great podcast.
Yeah,
man. Love y'all, man. Miss y'all. I had an infection, man. Y'all know my accident.
You were not doing well.
I was not doing well at all. That's why you guys didn't see us. But we back, and we back for real.
With some big things working.
Yeah.
We're both working on some big things.
Big things working. Big
Yeah.
things working. Big thing working.
People probably thought we were crazy like 6 months ago with the way we were talking.
Yeah, we a lot of big things. We working towards a lot of big things. But
Yeah.
our biggest goal is to put a center block company
Yeah, that's
on this island, because this island, everything being built with center block.
yeah.
And we getting a machine that can make us 5,000 blocks.
Yeah. An hour.
In an hour.
Yeah.
And we need 200 bag of cement.
Oh.
200 bag could give us 5,000 blocks.
Yes.
And each bag would cost us what, $16?
Yes.
And we could sell each block for what?
We think $3.
$3.
That's our goal.
Well,
Maybe
$3.
more, but
Wait,
we're not trying to be expensive.
I just want to be the cheapest one.
Yeah, our
okay?
goal is $3 a block.
Yeah,
that's our goal.
You know,
we're basing our financials on that.
When I'm looking at Haiti right now, especially when we want to put a center block. These people still building block by hands, and construction is one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
And Haiti is the next big thing. So hey, Mel, we need you out here.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, have a great night. We love y'all.
Yeah. Peace
And
out.
of course, Donald Trump 2024. Peace.